education. We are now going to shift to adult education literacy network. This is budget adjustment conversations. So welcome. And I believe you've both already been to Senate Appropriations, or have you not been to Senate Appropriations?
We have not.
You have not been to Senate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're thrilled you're here and look forward to hearing your testimony.
Great.
And why don't we, just because we don't do it, should do it periodically, just go around and introduce ourselves so you know where we're from and you can introduce yourselves and people in the audience. So we'll start with Senator Hashim.
Hi, I'm Lara Hashim from Dummerston, California.
Joe Christopher Hart from Long Adult Learning, and I live in Livermore.
Catherine Kalkstein from Central Vermont Adult Education, and I live in Facein.
Terry Williams from Rutland County and Rutland County.
Dave Weeks, representing Rutland County from Proctor.
Ron Campion, Bennington County.
Martine LaRock-Hewitt, Burlington, in Central District, and just so the committee knows, I was on the task force with adult literacy this summer. So just FYI.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. And our other advocates, and guests.
Meg Fost, Action Socials.
Billy Rising with University of Vermont.
Great, thanks. Okay, and of course we have Orca, Finn, always good to see you. Morgan's over here. Floor is yours.
Excellent. So you all should have a printout of a PowerPoint
Yes.
presentation, and I'll just kind of reference some of those slides. So I just want to go through that quickly. So we are here before you about a budget adjustment request. So I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to present to you today on behalf of the Vermont Adult Education and Literacy Network in regards to our fiscal year 24 request for budget adjustments for additional funding of $500,000. Our network is comprised, sorry, this is slide 2. Our network is comprised of 4 adult education and literacy providers in the state, which include Central Vermont Adult Education in the green, the Northeast Kingdom Learning Services in yellow, the Tutorial Center in pink, and Vermont Adult Learning in blue. We serve the entire state and are able to serve students regardless of where they are. Our request is for an additional $500,000 as a budget adjustment to the $1 million we received as one-time funding in this year's budget. This financial support will keep us out of the red by funding staffing salaries and benefits, technology needs and software upgrades, hardware, textbooks, supplies, and other instructional materials, and outreach and recruitment. We are extremely grateful for the $1 million in one-time funds, but it does not meet our needs as the cost of business increases and enrollment continues to rise. Slide 3. The 2022 U.S. Census Community Survey found that there are around 35,000 out-of-school Vermonters ages 16 and up without a high school diploma. In addition, there are tens of thousands more who have a diploma but lack the academic and job readiness skills needed for the most high-demand jobs in Vermont. Each year, we open opportunities for thousands of those Vermonters by helping them build the skills they need for better jobs, furthering their education, or developing new job skills. But revenue from the state has not kept pace with the increasing costs of providing these services. At the same time, the number of Vermonters seeking our services has significantly increased in recent years. We have all heard about the disconnect between the number of jobs available in Vermont and the number of workers available to fill them. We can be a part of the solution, but we need the funding to do it. On slide 4. As I mentioned, we're extremely grateful for the one-time funding we've received over the last several years, but it still does not meet our needs, and the cost of business has increased and enrollment rises. Your support in providing our request for an additional $500,000 to the AEL network will ensure that we can adequately serve and reach more Vermonters and help them to build the assets they need to take advantage of the many workforce development opportunities in Vermont. Slide 5. Our work changes lives. It's really true. If you want to see for yourself, we'd love to have you join one of our graduation ceremonies. They are what keep me going and connect me to the power of our work. There, I hear the stories from students, the stories of their dreams, of the challenges they have overcome, of the AEL staff who believed in them more than they believed in themselves, of their newfound confidence in their ability, of the difference their education is making to their families, and the opportunities for jobs or education they are pursuing. The majority of our students live in poverty, have a disability, identify as a person of color, experience homelessness, or are unemployed. Many are parents with school-age children. Often they come to us lacking the technology, the skills, or the resources to work or learn remotely. More often than not, they face a combination of these barriers. More and more of our students are immigrants. While some of these immigrants never learn to read or write in their own language, others are highly educated professionals, but because they lack the ability to speak, read, and write in English, they end up in low-paying manual jobs. What they all have in common is the desire to learn and grow. The AELN helps them do that by providing a full range of services, from learning to speak and read English to pathways for earning a high school diploma or a GED. On slide 6, we have a story of one of our students. In her mid-50s, Wendy came to us with no high school diploma and a body unable to continue to be a barn manager for over 1,000 cattle. She says, with the help of my teachers at CVAE, I was able to fulfill my dream of having a high school diploma, as well as get the resources to go into the Allied Health Program at Community College of Vermont. I worked full-time as an LNA while I earned my Allied Health certificate. Prior to discovering CVAE, I avoided the topic of high school graduations because I hadn't actually graduated from mine.
I'm sorry, repeat that last line.
She avoided the topic of high school graduations because she hadn't actually completely graduated from her own high school.
So in conversation or also just would go to the people, I mean, it was
Just
that
anytime
hard.
it came up with
Wow.
friends, with
Yeah.
family.
Yeah,
Many of our students say that, like, I never wanted to confess. Some of my
Yeah.
closest friends don't know that I don't have a high school
Yeah.
diploma. Yeah. My CVA teacher gave me a motivational calendar, which I kept for encouragement. They gave me tools. I challenged myself. I really wanted a diploma and I made it happen. I didn't stop there. My diploma was a stepping stone to becoming an LNA, then an LPN, and now an RN. I am proud to have become a registered nurse. So Wendy's story just illustrates the value that Vermont's AEL network brings to the workforce development picture. We provide skills, essential assets, and create a viable pipeline to careers. Your investment will allow us to continue that vital work. Slide 7. Many of the students we work with are not ready for other educational or training opportunities. We're kind of that first step for them on the pathway. You know, there are a lot of amazing training programs out there already, but if you don't have the basic skills to be successful there, your first stop is adult education. In addition to the academic services we provide, we work closely with students to craft a personalized learning plan that connects them with social services to support their educational journey. Once they develop the skills needed, we connect them with the educational and training opportunities to start them on their career path. These opportunities include programs at CTE centers, CCV, and the VSC system. Slide 8. Many Vermont jobs and training opportunities require a high school credential. For Vermonters who drop out of high school or immigrants who never had the opportunity to go to high school, we provide preparation and testing for the GED. We also run a high school completion program. Through the HSCP, any Vermonter aged 16 or older who does not have a diploma has the opportunity to earn their diploma from a local high school. This not only provides the credential they need for further training or education, but can provide opportunities for career exploration and preparation, often with the CTE centers as part of the work they do in their graduation requirements. Slide 9. Vermont's AEL and providers provide an excellent value for the money. Our cost per student is close to $3,000. Over 140 adults received their high school credentials through us last year, and we funneled more students into college and job training programs. A high percentage of our students come to us either unemployed or with fragile employment, and many find or gain more consistent employment. Imagine the dent in our workforce shortage if the 30,000 plus without diplomas and the tens of thousands more with low skills were to enter the workforce in the high-need jobs available to Vermont. We served over 500 English language learners last year. They come here with an American dream, with the desire to learn, integrate into their communities, and move into high-need positions. We are their pathway to that dream. Low literacy is directly tied to crime, generational poverty, and even low health outcomes and high health costs. We are only asking another $225 per student, a number that on its face is small, but is profound in what it will do for our students. Your investment in AEL can make that a reality. So thank you for allowing us to come and to talk with you about this request, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have.
Senator Williams.
Did you mention Rutland as being a part of the AEL?
Yes.
We have got an appointment to meet with Chrissy Torrey on Monday.
Yes,
So maybe you want to talk about the same thing.
yes.
So the chair of appropriations can ask, and I'm sorry, I know I missed this, but why not wait until 2025, the next budget cycle?
Well, so the reason we're here is that
Yes.
we came originally and asked for 1.5 million in order to make ourselves whole for this year. And we were said, we will give you 1 million, and then we would like to convene a study committee, which is what Martine referenced earlier. And then come back to us for the added 500,000.
Great, that's very, very
Now
helpful
we're
to
here.
remind us. One question, and I think it's just almost, I don't think it's a problem, but does anybody ever have a difficulty finding all of you? It's such an incredible resource. I don't see signs, I don't see, do people get there and how do they get there? Is it through their doctor's office? Is it through CCB? How,
They definitely get there.
that's
And they're
great,
getting there
that's huge.
faster and faster.
I love
these days,
that,
it
yeah.
seems. Could more get there? I'm sure they could.
Great.
I'd love to have our name known more widely. But I'd say the primary place that we get, well, two primary places. Students or others who have been involved in our program in some way refer others, and then schools. We work very closely with the schools when they know of somebody who's headed, they're just not doing well, they're headed out the door, ready to drop out. They'll be staring towards our learning centers and get involved early on there, work with them. Obviously, the best choice is for them to stay in the school if possible, but that doesn't work. And, as much as we'd like to say that all the schools have great programs that support everybody, it's just not there yet.
We know that, yes.
So,
Yeah, word of mouth is huge.
Yeah.
And that story of Wendy, she was at the local bank and was talking about how she's having trouble continuing working. And they said, CAE's down the street, you should go down
Great.
and talk to them.
Lawyers,
Are you tied in with the CTE schools?
we work pretty closely with them, we're separate organizations of,
Used to call them night class.
right, they're all beside of it, yes. And there's often confusion between the two.
Right.
Yeah. They provide the technical training, we're more focused on the basic skills, we'll work together sometimes around, with students that need both. That happens quite commonly in our high school completion program, we'll identify some, CTE courses that will help students move towards their learning goals, their career goals. So, yeah.
So we have a CTE bill, or
Mhm.
portions of it.
Mhm.
Is something we might think about adding to the CTE?
It's a great question. Senator Kitch will want a recommendation in the next couple of days, so this would be done separately.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a,
But for this market.
this is for the,
Okay.
budget adjustment. But yes, going forward, we can have conversations about collaboration and coordination. Yeah.
Because a lot of times, I know Stafford doesn't have no seats. So they've actually taken some of the high schoolers and put them into the night portion, and do shifts.
Are we-
I think that's my question. This conversation is really about the BAA, not about the VETA.
How many high school students would you say you roughly have?
Do you mean high school age?
High school age, yeah. Kids that need something different or need some tutorial, something that they're not finding in their high school.
Yeah.
Or just extra help.
I think it varies by program.
Yeah,
We tend to have older students at CDP.
yeah, and even Vermont Adult Learning serves 7 of Vermont's counties, from county to county it varies, but I think the last time I looked, 16 to 18-year-olds made up 20% of our population. If I remember right, I could get you the exact number.
I would appreciate that. That would be really helpful, yeah. Senator Gill.
Thank you so much for coming in. You do amazing work. Speaking to you in the third person, not good. You do great work. Thank you so much. I would just maybe suggest to the committee that we hear the results of the task force. Because we did spend time throughout the summer working on this, and it'd be good to hear.
Whether or not the task force itself would recommend.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think the task force would not recommend?
I don't want to speak,
Okay.
the AOE was integral in that, so I would want to hear, as many voices as
Who
possible.
would be the best person?
Just parents, so probably she was the one who was working on the task force.
That's good to know. So we will try to get Jess in tomorrow so that we can get case budget adjustments loaded out as early as Friday, possibly, so.
I just think it'd be good.
Yeah, no, that's good to know, yeah. And you feel it's just confirmed essential before budget adjustment?
I do.
Okay, good, no, that's all I need to hear, yeah, that's great. Great. Senator Sheen? Terrific. Yeah, thanks for everything. Sounds like it was a productive summer also. Great. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you. Great. Okay, committee, let's just take 10 minutes and we'll come back at 3 o'clock and